We are tempted on all sides. Our flesh wants to be comfortable and satisfied. So how do we stay on the right path when our desires want us to deviate? The answer is quite simple. If you love me, keep my commandments. John 14:15. It's just a question of love. In this verse, we do not find a despotic order, but an obvious statement. If we love Jesus, of course we will keep his commandments. Because when we love someone, we want to please them. We know that our friend likes such and such restaurant. And even if we would have preferred going to another place, we are going to accompany them because we want them to be happy. It's the same with our relationship with God. Our flesh has desires that are often contrary to those of the Spirit, like Galatians 5:17 says. We are tempted by momentary pleasures or depressing thoughts. Instead of fighting against these desires, we can have victory simply by reminding ourselves who is the subject of our affection. Do we want to please God above all else? If we truly love our God with all our heart, we will be ready to resist temptation, even to suffer if necessary. How can we keep our flame strong and more powerful than any other sparks that might spring up around our hearts? The same way we can maintain our love for our future husband or wife. 1. Remember God showed you his love first. John 14:16. God sent his only begotten Son to save us even before we asked him for forgiveness. He pursued us in his love, and we accepted his invitation. He saved us from death and torments, and we agreed to put our lives in his hands. What a beautiful story, our salvation. Just thinking back about it, we fall back in love. We love him because he first loved us. 1 John 4:19. 2. Remember all these acts of love on a daily basis. Our love story does not end on the day of our salvation. This heroic act that Jesus did to save us was just an extravagant way of declaring his love to us. But since that day, he continues to shower us with blessings. Every day, if we pay attention, we will see his little kisses that he keeps sending us. A verse just at the right time, a ray of sunshine to warm us up, an unexpected discount, a good news, and the list goes on. His mercies are new every morning. Lamentations 3:20-23. 3. Compare yourself to those who do not have this blessing. As humans, we tend to always complain about our situation. We envy those who have more than us. But when we compare ourselves to those who have less than us, we realize that we are rich. I have already heard someone say, "Don't complain about your spouse. They are a single woman who would love to have him." If you find that your relationship with God is difficult sometimes, remember that those who live without God will never taste the peace you have, the joy that goes beyond circumstances. Without God, there is no solution to deep loneliness. As for you, you are never alone. Go read Psalm 73 if you need to remember your privileges. Or remember our commitment, our confession. In marriage, sometimes love seems to disappear. At least the emotion seems to vanish. But our commitment to each other was not based on emotions. Marriage is a decision, a solemn commitment. And our relationship with God at times may look like this. Our emotions towards God can vary. Sometimes we must remember that our salvation was also a decision on our part. We have chosen our camp, and since God is faithful to us, we must also be. He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. He that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much. Luke 16:10. Take quality time with him. Finally, if you feel the need to add a sparkle to your relationship with God, do as you would do in a marriage. Spend time together. Put yourself at your best, which is repenting of all your sin to be clean, washed in the blood of Jesus. Then shut down your cell phone and your television. Put beautiful music of praise and begin to compliment your God. You will see. His love will swiftly invade you, and nothing in the world will be as precious as your relationship with him.